Hello and welcome back to T3's The Week in Tech. I am Emily.
And I'm Lizzie.
And we're here to bring you all of the latest in tech. Now, Sam is not here this week again, so we've got our smart home expert back, Liz. And so we're going to be talking mainly smart home stuff today. So if you don't like that, get out, but and come back next week.
There you go.
That's it. So tell me what's going on in the smart home world.
We've had quite a few interesting launches, I think, over the last few weeks, which is good because if you didn't know, we've got our awards coming up.
We do have the T3 Awards.
We have the T3 Awards, T3's annual exciting event of the year.
Yeah, our summer bash.
I'm very excited. Are you very excited?
I'm so excited. I'm so excited. It is an exciting event. I'm so excited. I was just like, we get wild, guys.
We do.
Get wild.
We truly celebrate our jobs
We
during this event.
I don't think we know quite where it is this year. We haven't actually followed up with that, but not that it's our job to. Somebody has decided. It's just not us.
So we're happy about this because obviously we look at the products that have come out for the year and put them into categories and everything like that. But there's always a few categories that there aren't as many products that come out in them. So we've been seeing some interesting ones recently, particularly along the smart light sort of line, which I'm very happy about because we were looking a little bit slim on launches from this year. So yeah, I am excited to talk about them.
Yeah. Can you do any, like, I don't know, do you know who's in contention yet? Or is that like top secret or what? I usually don't get brought in until like later in the process.
I would say that we are pretty much kind of confirmed with who is in our shortlist anyway. When it comes to winners and highly commended, they take a bit more time to sort of, because at the end of the day, it's the best of the best in the shortlist, isn't it? So,
and I guess they are all really good, which is the difficulty.
Exactly. So, yeah, it's like we've got a really strong idea now of what's going to be our favourites.
Yeah.
And then, it's exciting.
Yeah. Oh, man. I'm really looking forward to it. And we will be live streaming the event. So if you don't get one of the coveted invites to the in-person event,
VIP.
Yeah, which actually are quite coveted because as the social media editor, I don't get a lot of invites, but I'm like, excuse me, I know the funnest people.
You do.
I know the best ones. What are you talking about? I don't get the invites. No, but I'm working on it. It's okay. So anyways, yeah, that is coming up in July.
Yes.
July.
Yeah, beginning of July.
I've got to go back to America. I'm really scared I won't be back in time.
Oh no.
If I miss the T3 Awards, it's because I'm in custody.
You absolutely cannot miss the T3 Awards. Although I think Sam's on holiday during them.
Is.
That is so rude.
So is Beth, I believe. I know. We're going to have to really, like...
Oh my goodness, we'll be carrying it.
I know. Not that we don't always. I would like everyone to know that on the train back home, it's because we're in Bath, the event's in London, on the train back with some rather high up people from our company, Lizzie decided to make pigeon noises. I don't actually know what we were talking about, but you were making some bird noises.
I think so. My party trick is a pigeon noise. And whenever I've had a few, I think it's the time to show off.
Can you do it now?
Pigeon. Yeah. Ready?
Yeah.
No, that was really bad.
That was poor.
Let me try again.
Yeah,
okay,
try again. Is that like a normal pigeon or a wood pigeon?
That is a centre of town. Give me the McDonald's chips chicken.
Okay.
Chicken. It's not a chicken. It's a pigeon.
Those street chickens.
So yeah, I thought it was a good idea to show our bosses this pigeon noise.
But the best part is that somebody on the opposite end of the train car heard and started making them back.
So we were having a pigeon off at midnight on the Great Western Railway train back to Bath.
With people in charge of our salaries.
Surprised we're still here.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, but it's always a good blast.
It is,
So,
yeah.
anyways, we're looking forward to that. Okay, so when I think of robo-rock, I think of lawnmowers and pool cleaners.
Mm-mm.
No,
Try again.
wait.
You're along the right.
Robots.
Yes.
Wheelie things.
Yes.
I know they've got a floor cleaner, like a vacuum.
Yeah. So their main thing is robot vacuum
Do they
cleaners.
not do pool cleaners?
No.
Really?
Yeah. So Roborock, it depends where you are. So in Europe, they've just done robot vacs and I think 2 wet dry cordless vacs. In China, which I think it's a Chinese company, so which is why they're doing a little bit more over there. They have robot vacs, cordless vacs. I think there's a corded one, and then this exciting thing that we're about to talk about. So that's why it's not available. As a disclaimer, it's not available in Europe at the moment, but it's an exciting glimpse that it could be.
Yeah, because we're talking about a mini washer.
Mm-hmm.
Hisense had one on display at CES, and it was like one of the smallest things. They weren't even really showing it very well.
Yeah,
like it was just kind of in the corner, but it was one of my favorite things because I could use that.
I think they're so cool, and especially in a world where so many of us live in apartments, we rent tiny. Especially in cities and things like that, no one's living in a mansion, are they? No. I think they're really, really, really cool.
Yeah, so that's like Roborock's first kind of.
It is. It came out with one recently, but it wasn't as small as this one. So this is the smallest mini.
It's adorable.
Washer dryer that they've come out with. There's actually 2. The main difference, I think there's about $100 difference in each, and
it's not even that expensive.
No, it's not. That's the thing. For what it is,
of course, in China prices, we were just doing the equivalency here.
Yeah.
But it's about that would equal to about like £250 here.
I mean, we're talking very, very small loads of washing. Like you're not gonna get your weekly wash done in one load.
No, but I think I actually find that less. I don't want to say intimidating, but like ideally I'm washing my clothes I'm doing a load every single day.
Yeah.
But usually I'm not because I don't have that much to fill up a load. So, but if I had this and you're using less water per wash.
Exactly.
I mean, I guess the detergent, you're not going to be able to use pods, are you? But because that'd be overkill. But I don't know. I feel like I could find that a lot easier.
And the fact
to manage.
It's a dryer as well. So like
it's
literally it does both. Like you put your clothes in, wash them, they come out dry and ready to wear.
Oh my God. I need that.
So I know. I think it's a really cool.
The amount of times I leave stuff in the washing machine and I forget about it and then I have to wash it again.
Or you leave it in the dryer and you have to run down in your towel and your
I do that quite
calendar.
frequently. Yes. She's referring. Yes, I do that a lot, honestly. Because you know what? It's fine there. It can live there. There's no mildew risk.
So they can wash up to 1.2 kilograms of laundry and then dry 0.5 kilograms. So you're going to have to take out half of
never
what you
mind.
what you wash for it. This is the thing. And like, I see this with a lot of products these days. It's like the building blocks are there. Like it has the potential to be something exciting and useful. Yeah. It was like I thought about with, robot vacs have really taken off recently, but if you looked at them 2-3 years ago, they were still, getting all the exciting features that we now see today. And I think it's with a lot of products, it's exciting to see them developing and you don't know what they're going to be able to do in 2-3 years' time. And I think this might be one of them.
Another thing that I saw, because I actually really want it, but I don't want it as is, unfortunately.
Yes. You're not happy about the colorway, are you?
No. So Nanoleaf has launched a new pegboard desktop dock. A new pegboard. Hold on. Nanoleaf has launched a new pegboard desk dock.
Nice.
That's a really hard name
It
to
is
say.
a bit pegboard desktop, pegboard desktop. Yeah, it's difficult.
It's okay. So it lights up, and also like you can, put your stuff on there. And I feel like pegboards are underutilized in my house.
100%.
Because I just need to be using my wall space more effectively. But this is really cool. I don't think I have room for it necessarily, but like, I don't know. If it were in white,
that's what I'm thinking as well.
I could really use that because I don't mind a bit of like, I'm not super RGB, that's not really my style, but I do love a smart light.
Yeah.
And I like my Philips Hue lights and stuff. But I can do a vibe.
I think they're quite, obviously we've not seen something like this before, especially from Nanoleaf. So it could be just they're seeing how it goes and then they'll come out with different colours later on. But I'm the same as you. Like, I really want one. I think they're awesome. I like the fact you can get it in a 1-pack or a 2-pack. And I just think they're like a smart light, but they're more than a smart light. And at the end of the day, smart lights can only do so much. So when they have a different use to them, because they're storage and they're charging. So
it's charging
as well. Yeah, we've got a USB-A and a USB-C. Both of which give 15 watts. So you can charge your phone. They're basically like a decluttering gadget. I think, which
that's really cool.
As an organisation, self-confessed weirdo, I love them. Yeah, I think they're really, really cool.
I just really like the idea of like integrating more smart lights into things that you wouldn't necessarily think of having smart lights, because it's like, those like hacks you see on TikTok where they're like, put strip lights under your couch to like light up, stuff like that, which just, while fun, I feel like it rarely is executed well.
Exactly.
And I do want light coming from more places that you wouldn't quite expect it in my house. Because it can be used as like it can really elevate things.
Oh, 100%. And also you want smart lights. I don't know about you, but I really like smart lights that are easy to set up. Yeah. You literally just put them in the stand, put them on your desk or whatever. I don't like LED strips because you have to install them, and even some of the play bars we see, you have to like physically attach them to the back of your telly, and then it's pulling that out. And like I really like the ease of these. I
have been thinking about trying to like zhuzh up my television with. So it's when we inherited our television at the moment. So it's not at all T3. It's like from the 2000s, I think. Oh. It's ancient. It's very thick. I mean, she's large. Like, she extends backwards.
Is she quite just like still like a flat screen? But
yes.
Yeah. Okay. Got you.
Yes. It looks fine from the front, which is what we have in our house. We have like a weird
That's all that matters.
perch. We have like a weird perch in our living room in the corner where it's like a ledge.
Okay.
That's not so. I don't know. Our TV lives there, and then we stuff a bunch of like wires and extra old stuff. Our Wii lives behind it and stuff. But I really have been wanting to like kind of DIY that space up a little bit more and put like some type of like strips or something for like Ambilight.
I will say there is an exciting launch happening. I can't disclose because it is embargoed.
No, Lizzie.
I know. I'm sorry.
Can you tell me after?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
The brand did not hear that. It comes out on the 29th, which I think is Tuesday. And it's a brand I wouldn't say is up there. We discussed the top 3 smart lighting brands. I wouldn't put it amongst them, but still very, very strong alternatives to the best. So hang on tight because some exciting entertainment lighting could be coming.
Okay. Yeah, I'm excited. Because currently I'm thinking like a very DIY approach with like I'd need probably one of the cameras that goes on top to like tell what you're. And 100%. I don't know if I necessarily want it reflecting what's on the TV, but I do think that's a nice touch because I have like some like hanging fairy lights behind it and stuff because I'm still like 20, but it's cozy though.
That's a nice touch.
But
I think these are the fact that you can sync up what they called again pegboard desktop.
A lot of them will sync with your monitor.
They are connected to your computer, and then they can sync up to what you're watching, whether you're gaming.
Yeah.
The fact that they're only compatible with the desktop Nanoleaf
And
app,
not the mobile app.
not the mobile
That's-
app.
Yeah.
So that kind of indicates that it is more of a gaming, streaming
Yeah.
kind of gadget. But they don't have to be, they don't have to be.
Yeah.
But I think that's sometimes a clear indicator when one's just compatible with the desktop, that
Yeah.
it has a sort of particular focus.
Yeah, because I don't actually have my desktop setup is just a monitor and a keyboard and mouse, and I have to I connect my various laptops
Yeah.
to a dock. So that would be very complicated for me to use.
I don't even have a desktop. I just
Oh,
don't.
Yeah,
I don't
noticed
need
that
one.
you never use your
Yeah.
monitor at work.
I just use my laptop
because
because I'm.
steal your monitor.
Oh, you go for it.
Really?
You can. Yeah, I don't need it. Wait, you have 2 already. You're gonna have 3.
Well, I have one monitor and then my laptop,
Oh, got you.
but I think it can power to. I think it can do.
Yeah, Matt's just got up he's just had his.
He does, but he has a new Mac.
Oh.
So I don't know if it'll work with my Mac. But
Well,
anyways.
I am always on the go, so I am used to portability. I've never owned a desktop ever or used one,
Yeah, I haven't had one since.
apart from the computer room at school.
Moving on, I have a question for you. Do you have any more news you want to cover first?
I would quite like to quickly discuss the new Lorex smart bulb. Well,
Oh.
should I say smart bulb hybrid?
Yeah, I actually
Yeah.
posted that to our socials the other day because I thought that was really cool.
It's really cool.
That's another case of it's not just a light; it
Exactly.
does something.
It does something else. Yeah. So, Lorex is it's a US brand, and they have mostly just done smart bulbs before.
I've never heard of that.
I think a smart plug. Yeah, just quite your basics basically. And then this new launch has come out, and I've never seen anything like it before.
No,
It's a smart bulb, but it has an integrated indoor security camera. Actually, no, I think it's outdoor as well. This is the thing that got me.
it can go outdoors as long as you screw it into a light bulb.
Yeah, it's IP65 weather resistant, so it can go outside as well, which is crazy because I thought they would have just gone for indoor as a starting. But yeah, it's an outdoor, indoor smart bulb with an integrated security camera right in it. And you look at a picture of it and it looks like something out of Spy Kids or something.
It does look a little, yeah. I mean, I think it's a bit obvious, but for
Yeah.
what it is,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
really cool. It's better than having something, a separate security camera altogether. I mean, it looks better.
100%. Yeah.
Does it draw power from the light bulb then, or the light bulb socket? How is that thing powered?
It must do.
Right?
It
do
must
you have to
do,
plug it in?
yeah.
Otherwise,
It must
okay.
do.
I didn't actually know you could do that, but that's really cool. Yeah. Oh yeah. Who it is?
And
It does have to protrude from underneath a shade though.
it does.
So-
Yeah, it does. But I can see it being a really handy gadget if you have pets, if
Yeah.
you have kids
Yeah.
that you need to watch in their room. It can literally, I just think, and if it's way above, it might just be something that you don't notice as much as a small security camera just placed on the side. So yeah, I think it's really, really cool. It's also very affordable. It's $69.99, which will be about £55,
Yeah,
£60
it's not
in the UK. Lorex, at the moment, I think it is exclusive in the US, but Lorex do have a UK presence, so it could be coming over. And it's 400 lumens, which is not a bad brightness
No.
level for something like this.
Yeah.
Obviously, there are other smart bulbs that you can get more. But yeah, I think it's a really cool.
That's really interesting.
It's one of those ones I want to get my hands on it. I want
Yeah.
to try it and see if it lives up to how cool it is.
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting. I guess it doesn't overheat or anything because I find that a lot of bulbs overheat.
Yeah, that's true.
But I guess that's why it's only
Yeah, there's a lot of questions that they haven't quite revealed. So yeah, how is it powered? Would it overheat?
Yeah.
How big is it? It might be quite
Massive.
quite a low hanging.
I have to say that photo they sent looked a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
But anyways,
yeah, it's exciting.
that's super cool.
But yes, that is all from
Amazing.
me on this sort of this week's
Amazing.
launches.
Because I want to ask you something.
Oh,
Why are all the vacuum brands obsessed with going into hair care? I get it.
I know.
It's all manipulating air or whatever. But I know that, Dyson's always had a few out there. picks, but once Dyson started doing hair care, then Shark started. And now we see other
100%.
ones starting with it.
I know.
And it's like, okay, just because you can clean up my carpet doesn't mean that you can curl my hair.
And do you know what?
That seems to be.
There's so many. So Emily's referring to G-Tech. So G-Tech have just gone into hair care only a few months ago. But there are actually so many more brands that have done it. So Dreamy, they're known for their robot vacs. They have a hair care
What's
hair
up with
care
that?
line. There's another one as well. It'll come to me. But yeah, so I won't lie to you. Like, I actually like it because from a tech perspective, so it's kind of difficult when you cover beauty tech because beauty tech at the end of the day is beauty, and you know, but in the world of journalism, I think, and content creation, you get a lot of
Misogyny.
and that, but that's a different episode for a different time. You get a lot of content creators, I think, making content about the beauty side. They don't really hone in on the technology of it.
Yeah.
So as someone from a tech perspective looking at beauty tech products, it's really interesting to compare the different specs between products and everything like that, not just how good of a curl does it produce, you know? So I really like these brands that produce the sort of vacuum cleaner brands that produce hair care, because the technology behind the products is so much more developed than if you were to see it from like a beauty brand like Beauty Works or something that are known for their hair care products and they've just come out with a curler. Like it's different. The technology's different, and I think it's higher quality. I think there's more of a focus on hair care, so looking after your care. So that's the whole thing, which is why the Dyson got so popular. It's because it uses something called Coanda technology that heats your hair using air, hot air, instead of heated plates, which can frazzle and damage your hair. Whereas air, using heated air, is better for your hair, and it keeps your hair looking healthy and shiny. And that's what all these brands are doing at the same time. But G-Tech's a little bit different because G-Tech hasn't come out with an air product. It's come, I'm thinking of the straighteners. G-Tech has come out with a hairdryer and a pair of straighteners, but the straighteners are plated. They're not air technology.
Okay, so it's not necessarily, it feels like more of a jump.
Exactly, it does. So yeah,
not necessarily the same technology that they were.
The hairdryer makes sense because obviously vacuuming air, heated air, like it's all similar technology. Yeah. But the straighteners were a bit of a rogue one, I think, especially because they're not like the Dyson Air Straight, which uses air to heat the hair. So yeah, it was a bit of a jump. I wasn't expecting it, to be honest, because G-Tech very much has a stronghold on vacuum cleaners. They have a lawnmower and some kind of like garden tools as well. I think they've got a drill and something else. So yeah, when they announced in December that they were coming out with a hairdryer and straighteners, everyone was a bit like, oh, okay, interesting. But Beth, T3's home editor, and I have recently tried them, and we're both kind of impressed. They've both been given 4 stars in their reviews.
Yeah, solid.
It's a strong start, I think, for them. And yeah, it was a cool like direction to go in, I think.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, yeah, it's very interesting. And I guess this goes back to like the whole sexism point. I suppose not only does the technology like legitimize the products, like you were saying, like it actually has like specs behind it and stuff. I don't know. I guess there is a sexism aspect to like a vacuum company making hair stuff because they're coming from like a very masculine kind of background. I don't know.
I would say so. I would say that beauty tech is seen as a lesser form of tech, which is a shame. Yeah. But when you look behind the scenes and you see all this different technology going on and different specs and features that really focus on preserving hair health and also make it really easy to use and make sure the hair stays in place, and you know, all this technology behind it, instead of just whacking on a bottle of hairspray and going, there you go. yeah, it's really interesting. So I do wish it was an industry that had more recognition.
Yeah.
I think.
Although interestingly, I remember we did a video a while back about a hairdryer that was made specifically for men. Like that was who they were marketing towards.
Yes.
And people were really incensed by that.
Yeah, very, very offended. Yeah.
Which is so interesting to see because obviously.
I know. I think that was the Heist 3.0, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So the Heist is interesting because I believe, although it wasn't, I didn't handle the review for it, but a thing we're seeing sometimes with hairdryers these days is they can have technologies that ignite and sort of ignite hair follicles to grow. So they use a specific kind of heat which will then go in and like revigorate the hair follicles, and it's not going to get you like a massive lock of hair, but there are certain technologies which I think is what the Heist does, which is why it's good for, we see it on the Shark Con that's just come out, the Speed Style Pro Flex. That also has something called scalp shield technology, which again helps protect the scalp and then also help encourage new hair growth. So that's something with the Heist as well. So that is why it has that men's marketing edge, because men have different. They have different needs, and a lot of men do struggle with hair loss and everything like that. So that's what. Yeah, but people did not like it at all. They were like, the only reason it's for men is because it's black and all this stuff like that. But there's technology behind it, and this is what I'm saying. Like people don't recognize it, and they just fob beauty tech off as like, oh, it's just a hairdryer, it'll dry your hair. But there's so much more behind it.
There were a lot of men. The comments that interested me the most were the ones that were like, stop playing on men's insecurities about their hair loss. Is like, oh,
someone's deflecting.
The call is coming from inside the house. Like, sir.
I know.
Yeah, that was very interesting. But it's like, yeah, no, that maybe that shouldn't be the case, but it shouldn't be the case for women either. But like, that's the world we live in.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. And
yeah, men, you deserve to take care of your hair.
100%.
You deserve that.
100%. And
please take pride.
Yeah, exactly. Take pride in your appearance. Take pride in getting to know the best products for your appearance and everything like that. It goes so much more beyond electric shavers and manscapers. Like, there's so much more.
All I'm saying.
Can I just say as well, it's the same with LED face masks. So I don't know if you remember, it was a very long time ago, but we filmed that TikTok, didn't we, talking about why they're so controversial, and they did not like it at all. And now there's one comment that really stands out to me from it.
Was it can I guess?
Go on.
Is it why don't you just turn a hue bulb red and use that?
It wasn't. It wasn't, but that would be my second one. That would be my second one. No, so I was in the video, I was talking about light receptors in the skin, which is the technology behind LED face masks. Is when you use a particular kind of LED light, it's absorbed by your skin's receptors, which are light receptors. Like the whole of our skin has light receptors in it. Yeah. That's why we exist. That's what gets our cells moving and functioning. And someone commented saying, what? Our bodies don't have light cell receptors. You're talking bollocks. Or what's a nice way I can say that?
Okay, you can curse. It's fine. I'll bleep
it. And I don't normally do. I'll do it sometimes, but I very rarely will go back and reply to comments that happen on the videos. And I just left a simple comment, and I just said, actually, we do. Like, if you look it up, if you Google it, you'll see the technology. And whoever said that, obviously I don't know who it is, but they could have just left that. And they might not have even Googled it.
They didn't leave it.
No, but they commented back. They commented back after I left that comment and just said, oh, yes, you're right. We do.
Oh.
So they had gone and Googled it, had then, which I thought was quite decent, come back and admit that they were mistaken.
That is not the way I expected that to go.
That's what that just sums up the whole thing, I think, really, because people will make judgments quickly about this kind of tech and will just think it's stupid. And LED face masks, of course, they don't work. But when you look at the technology behind it, there's so many studies out there. So, and obviously you have to be careful with what you use on your skin.
Yeah.
FDA approved only, and I don't know that's the US version. I'm not quite sure what the UK version is, but you know, making sure that what you're putting on your skin is safe and not typical LED. You have to make sure it's LED for skin and everything like that. But it's people just assume that they just don't work. And
it does seem like a thing that shouldn't work.
It does. And I get it. And I get why people are skeptical about it, especially because they're at home devices now. And,
there's a lot of snake oil out there as well.
You can get all sorts on, you know, online and everything. But yeah, it's just something, I don't know. I feel like I'm on a little bit of a mission about it in my life. I feel like it's something that I want to change people's minds about.
Yeah. No, and I love that. I think you're absolutely correct there.
I know we're going to get comments on this now, though, aren't we?
I don't know, man. Well, thank you for being back on the podcast again. I have really enjoyed this. I always find our conversations very informative.
Oh, thank you.
So, yeah. Thank you guys for listening, as always. And we will be back next week with Sam. Have a good week.
Bye.